on the run up to Christmas. Another Thornbridge Advent Calendar beer review. We'll just angle that slightly so I can get my stuff back on the shelf. Hopefully the box won't fall off like I did the other day. So, day 20 today. Let's open it up and let's see what the beer's going to be. I've absolutely wrecked this box. So, well, it's a bottle. That I do know. And it's Lord Marples. So, never had this one before. New to me. Bottle condition. Classic bitter. 4%. So, big Imperial Stout. Good evening, Thomas. Big Imperial Stout yesterday and a bitter today. Named after the aspiring Marples of Thornbridge Hall. This classic British bitter tastes of honey and caramel. Ooh. And a surprising smoothness is met with a long bitter finish. So there we go. Good evening, everyone. How do? Yeah, so Lord Marples a bitter. Hope everyone's okay. Oh dear, the talk. If you look on the news now, it definitely looks like some lockdown's coming, doesn't it? If you bother with the news, that is. I mean, I hate it. It just drives me up the wall. And we're supposed to be going out tomorrow for a Christmas meal, but how do you go out? Because you don't want to go into the city centre because that's where it's absolutely lethal. Good evening. So we're looking for restaurants to go to. That I'm also curiously looking at all the yes, matey. So I was just thinking about you earlier. In Nottingham, there's a company called Brew Day Supplies. They do all grain kits. One from Neon Raptor, one from Lenton Lane, and some others as well. Their own brand. Worth a look at the site. Good evening, Ted. Yeah, it's worth a look at the site to see what you think. But yeah, the Neon Raptor one. I mean, it'd be nice if they did a barrel-aged Centaur Army kit. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you can see it now. Good evening, Steve. So I've really got a nickname now, Stuntman Steve. It's no good jumping downstairs when you've had a drink. Done it myself. Yeah, I've got the marks on top of my head to prove it when I was drunk when I was about 18. Jumped down some steps at the ice stadium. Didn't realise there was a brick lintel. Yeah. All of a sudden I'm standing there thinking, God, it's bloody warm in here. And I've got blood pouring down my face. And yeah, wasn't good. So, nice dark pour. Looks slightly hazy. It might just because the glass is cold, because it's obviously blooming cold in here. A browny looking pour with a white head. And definitely the caramel and honey on the nose. Beautiful caramel and honey on the nose. I will bring that back up. I missed that. Finished work today to the new year. Fair play. It's lovely, isn't it? It's lovely to have time off. Let's hope the op goes all well, mate. No issues. Shouldn't think there would be any issues, really, but you never know with anything in life, do you? I'm trying to book a table tomorrow, and you look at the menus around at the moment. They're like, oh God. And then the wife don't want to go anywhere where she thinks there's going to be big crowds for obvious reasons, like Wetherspoons. I mean, on a Tuesday, I don't think it's too busy at any pub on a Tuesday. Not normally, but yeah. But so I'm looking what beers are on sale around me. And then she says to me, if we go to one area, I don't want to go to another area. And it's like, oh, that's scuppered the plans up. I wanted to do a bit of bussing and good evening, Dan. So looks like I'm gonna have to stop near home, go to I've got to try, decide if I'm going to Italian or French. We was going out with the works do, but they cancelled because of COVID and the worry about it. And obviously this is happening up and down the country, isn't it? People cancelling. Worst time of the year for the pubs. just when they start to put a bit of money in back in the coffers. That's why online sales and cans and bottles, um, you know, especially if there's some stupid lockdown, it's going to be a big thing this year. So yeah, it's quite a nice bitter. This is. It's definitely got a taste of honey and the caramel on the nose. Sorry, but also in the taste. 4%, non too taxing. Good evening, Benjamin. How are we? Are we steaming? First beer of the day for me. Yeah, I've not even touched it. I could come down the shed whenever I like, but no. 81% no. Good, good. We don't want a lockdown. And in a lot of ways, this virus now needs to take hold of the world. If this new version is less strong, then really. Christmas porter. I'm sure that's the one that's got a plummy taste to it, Darren. And there was winter warmer and Christmas porter. Christmas porter is actually one of the best trad beers out there. Close at 8 p.m. from today. Talk about wrecking people's lives. And who wins? Just like last year, retail. You've got it. Oh. Again, it's these bloody scientists that say, no, we've got to do this, we've got to do that. Since when did scientists run the country? I don't know. It's a funny old thing, isn't it? In isolation till Christmas Day. To be fair, lots of people don't even know if they've had it. Yeah, I think these governments around the world have got to be very careful because if they don't start pulling it back the other way, plenty of home brewing now. Bless you, mate. Bless you. I've actually brewed the pinter today. I think you'll be all right, Steve. Big, strong lad. Yeah, you'll be all right. Obviously, one never knows. Yeah, I can understand that, Benjamin. It's like scare the public. Yeah, I've brewed Space Opera. So Space Opera's a 7% allegedly, 7% double IPA, and I've chucked about half a kilo of sugar in as well to really bump that ABV up. Yeah, what they ought to do if they want is do a digital vote on it. Do we want a lockdown? And you watch the amount of public that will say no. Businesses will certainly say no. You know, don't they always lie though? You know, hey, it's like most companies you work for. I've been at Nottingham City Council, and the lies they tell you because there is an agenda to get rid of you, to lower the amount of staff to get rid of you, whilst protecting their jobs. And that's happened at Nottingham City Council. There's more managers than a little, and you've got a client side and a contractor's side, basically employed by the same people. It's balmy. It really is balmy. Conservatives are to blame for that, though. You know, all this competitive tendering. I mean, there was a lot of wastage on the council. I agree with that, but you don't want two sets of managers for every single thing. So anyway, a bit of carbonation on this. It's definitely a hazy bitter rather than a clear bitter. Brown pour, honey and caramel on the nose, same on the taste, and it's very easy drinking. And if anybody's had it before, 4%. Yeah, I'm not really keen on Hogarden. I'm not. It was okay, but it tastes for me very similar to Hogarden. But that's if you like Hogarden. can just about stomach it these days, and that it's not a go-to beer by any sense of the imagination. Talking about homebrew, I've been looking at the kits, and yeah, it's a nice. This is a nice beer just for necking. Um, I was looking at the kits today, and there's a Belgian double kit. I think it's Festival, the kits, and it's 7.2%, which is Raggy Avenue territory, and it's cheap as well. It's only 24 quid, so about 23 quid. So it's doable. And then I'm also looking at a wine kit, Golden Wave Clone, 5.6%. Ooh, bless you. I was also looking at Grain Fathers or something similar. Are they good? Oh, that's good then. Yeah, the Belgian double. It's got like Christmas cake flavors, plum. It's got the flavors. Tick the box for me. It's like, oh, couldn't get it last year because it's every this time last winter. Most kits had sold out because everyone was going down the homebrew route. Obviously, because they couldn't get out to the pubs. So that's interesting for me. But yeah, 7.2%. And I'm also looking at a Chateau Rouge punch kit. So punch is supposedly a 4-day wine kit. Obviously, after 4 days, it's only just going to be drinkable. I know I need to get some spirits, really. I've got not a single spirit in the house or the shed. We've got Baileys, if you can call that a spirit. It takes months of conditioning. Ooh. I'll have to brew it and then yeah, there's you left it 6 months. I'm not leaving notes 6 months. But with homebrew, could you imagine going into like a micro tap room sort of thing, and you've got the homebrew there, all the homebrew kits are all brewed, and you just go up and get a pint of homebrew, and with the kits in the background. Whether you'd be allowed to, but technically it's still the same as going to a brewery, isn't it? I suppose you have to pay some sort of duty somewhere along the lines, because once you start selling it, then you're going to pay duty. Very interesting. So liking this easy drinking bitter. Definitely getting, I won't say a lot of honey or caramel, but this is certainly there, and it's certainly easy drinking as well. A bit quaffable. Woke up at 8 o'clock this morning. I'll never wake up at 8 o'clock, although I woke up with a bad back. I'm usually up at 5:30 in the morning, and I usually go to bed at the same time at night anyway, whether I'm up at work or not. So to get up at 8 o'clock, go out of the bed like, oh, my back, I can't move. And sat on the settee for most of the day, just watching TV, watching about 3 different Christmas films. And it's dead strange being lazy. Yeah, it's not something I normally do. Then I did a bit of brewing, a bit of internet work as you do, and then come down the shed and cracking on. Although for the last hour and a half, I've been looking at restaurants. Isn't it awful looking at restaurants, trying to get a restaurant where you want the foods, the sort of food you want to actually bloody eat as well. And then I'm looking at the restaurants, but I'm also looking at the beers nearby to see if there's any interesting pubs with nice craft beers. The best place is Nottingham City Centre, but the COVID rates are through the roof. Well, I will be doing a beer review on Christmas Day, but I have no idea of times. Yeah, that I don't know. Let's see what sort of mood the wife's in. Barley wine in for next Christmas. Oh, that'd be nice. Be nice to get some chips, some like bourbon chips or something to add a bit of oakiness to it. That'd be good. before it goes into, you know, at the start of brewing. So when it goes into the bottle, it's already got that bit of oakiness to it. Be interesting, and let it age for nearly a year. Wow, nice beer drinking. So to end this review, to jump on to my next review, yeah, take the rag is gold now. Yeah, the restaurants where I'm going, there's beer on. Yeah, yeah. I don't go to restaurants without beer. These restaurants that don't do beer, it's like whoa, pack that in. So, and the wife's gonna have to. If we go to a restaurant further afield, the wife's gonna have to drive. She may or may not like that, but you know these things happen, don't they? So yeah, Lord Marples Classic Bitter 4%. Again, brand new beer for me. Never had it, never seen it before. But yeah, enjoyable. Nice browny looking. Not it looked brown over there, but now it's looking golden amber. Strange how the colours change when you go down the pint. Strange. Certainly honey and caramel on the nose and on the taste, and very much an easy drinking beer. Right, out of 5. Something like a 4.1 out of 5 for me for that one. Yeah. Right, back in 2 minutes for the round 2 adventure beer, and we'll see how that goes. And then later on, I'll probably come back down the shed later and do a beer review of one of my nice beers that are up the house, something stoutish. Right, it's in about 2 minutes. Cheers, everyone.